It's raw, it's uncensored, it's live 24/7. It's chaoticradio.com.
What's going on, everybody? This is Shay C, and this is the Cannabis Council on Chaotic Radio. Hope y'all motherfuckers had a great weekend, had a great week. I know I didn't get to check in with you guys on Friday, but I was at a really awesome glass event with Banjo. So, yeah, I had a fucking blast. I would like to introduce one of our guest co-hosts. This is Phoenix. What's up, Phoenix?
What's up? How's it going, man?
You know, it's going good. It's a good fucking Monday. We started on time on a Monday.
Right.
And that never happens on the Cannabis Council, to be quite honest with you. We're always like 10 minutes fucking late. You know, it's just how it goes. It's how it goes. And we have a really awesome guest today. So, Phoenix, why don't you do your thing? Why don't you introduce?
Hey, I want to introduce our guest right here tonight, Coca-Nola.
Yeah, man. My name is Todd. Todd with Coca-Nola, man. How's everybody doing tonight?
All right.
Or this evening, this afternoon, this hot-ass afternoon.
Doing good,
Southern
good.
California, for sure.
Yeah. So, Coca-Nola, why don't you tell us a little bit about what you do? Because that's the reason why I have you on, is because you kind of perform a really awesome service that it's just kind of being brought into light
For sure.
in the cannabis industry. And when I heard about it, I was like, yes, immediately. I want people to know about this and what's going on. So,
well, it's cool, man. But the thing about what we do is it's pretty in depth, and so it all started off with, we had a concept of bringing a chocolate to the marketplace for the cannabis community. And so we had an idea to help a lot of patients to bring, an actual product to the market. And so when we branded the company Coca-Nola, it was more of a catchy name, a catchy phrase. And so we ran with it. We started helping patients on a smaller scale with good products, THC products, some CBD product infused in gourmet chocolates. Okay. So I had a patient come to me and say that she was dying from cancer. So I don't want to, put a sob story to this dope-ass radio station, but patients are important. So that's what we took initiative to do, is to help save a life. And so that was a really good opportunity for us to show what we can do in the marketplace. So we branded some chocolates, and we came out with a cool idea of helping some patients. And so we still have products out there right now, some remedy oils and extracts. We have product that is on weed maps right now that service the community. But we ran across other opportunities to broaden our horizon in this marketplace, because the fact that we see so many patients looking to use this as an alternative remedy. The thing about it is they don't know a lot. They don't have a lot of education behind it. The doctors right now don't have a lot of education behind it. There's a lot of guesswork. There's a lot of speculations. Doctors can't actually put their stamp of approval on patients. So I actually came in contact with a company that's actually that does pharmacogenetic testing, and it's a form of DNA testing that basically will help bridge the gap in education for doctors to know more on how this medicine works for their patients.
Oh, okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
dope.
basically, like, let's say Shay is taking 5 meds. He's taking some Xannies. He's taking whatever. He's going hard in the paint, right?
Yeah.
And he's looking to get off of these things right here. Pharmacogenetic testing will basically give you a better reading on how we can judge to dose the medicine properly. Mm-hmm. So if it's 5 milligrams or 10 milligrams or 25 milligrams of CBD or THC that he needs to put into his dietary supplement, we would know that from that pharmacogenetic testing. So, it's a good opportunity to learn more about what's actually helping you, because the information that the doctors are given, that they say, this is just information that I'm reading, so I don't want to, put a stamp on anything for someone to come from my head. But basically, 85% of the products that the doctors recommend you or they prescribe you don't even actually work for you.
Okay.
So
I believe it. I haven't read it, but I believe that.
Yeah, for sure, man. Like I said, I've been studying for a long time, so there's just a lot. We do a lot of consultations for large companies. We do consultations for insurance companies to see how this actually works for their patients.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And that's interesting, because I last month, man, I was laid up for a week or so with some pain, and I limped my way down to my neighborhood dispensary. Damn. And one of my guys told me to try some CBD oil.
CBD oil.
And I never tried it before, because I consume herb and
sure.
edibles, but for other reasons.
For sure.
So he said, "Here, just try this," and he gave me a tincture or something, and he put it on my tongue or whatever. And man, like 20 minutes later, I was feeling great. I wasn't high, but the pain had subsided.
Right.
And it was so gradual that I didn't even realize it until I realized, oh shoot, I'm not in pain anymore.
Yeah, that shit works.
See, that's a great thing, but there's one drawback to that.
Okay.
Educate me. This one, and this is a common thing in medicine, period, is that you are still hurt, although you do not feel hurt. So you are going to more than likely hurt yourself more. You still have to be conscious that you are still hurt, because even though you feel great, and I know CBD all the time, and I only know because I did this not that long ago, is that I was at the Blacklist session. My buddy Jimmy, he gave me a big ass dab of CBD, and he gave me some CBD tincture under my tongue, and then he also put some CBD stuff actually on where it was tight. And so literally 5 minutes later, I felt like $1 million. I was like, oh yeah, I can turn my head, I can do my thing, right? But all of a sudden, I decided to snap my head over one way, and I remember oh, I'm still fucking hurt. And sure as shit, 30, 40 minutes after that, I felt I was in more pain.
Fooled you
because I wasn't mentally still conscious that I was still hurt.
Thought you was Superman for a minute.
Yeah, exactly. So that's one of those things. CBD works that well,
it does.
But you still have to be mentally conscious that you still have something physically wrong with you.
Yeah, still go treat your issues.
Exactly. Well, one of the reasons why that is as well too is because it works with the endocannabinoid system.
Yes, exactly.
So with the endocannabinoid system, it's an anti-psychoactive activity that the CBD does. So you could be blowing, at a sesh crazy for an hour and a half, 2 hours of dabs and things of that nature. But once you hit a dab of CBD or take a tincture of CBD, it's instantly it takes away the buzz. And so then at that point, like you said, you had a euphoric feeling.
Yeah,
you felt great.
Yeah,
you're like, wait a minute, I'm feeling like this is the thing to do. And then next thing you know, like you said, it's masking the pain. Well, for the patients, we always tell them that it's always best to always have CBDs in conjunction with THC. A heavier dose of THC if you're trying to alleviate pain, inflammation, and things of that nature.
Yeah, you have to take both of them together in order for it to actually work. Because if you just take one, it's like you're just taking a part of it. It's a medicine in a whole.
Yeah.
Not so if you just take the CBD, you're only feeling, you felt okay, but you actually weren't starting to heal. You need the THC to help heal you and stuff inside as well. Yeah. The CBD is taking away the symptoms. The THC is going to hurt what's actually wrong with you.
I see. Right. Well, don't worry. I still had the herb at home.
Oh, no, yeah.
He said, let me twist both ends of this one.
But also what he's saying is that you almost have to take it in the same form.
I get you.
So it's metabolized at the same rate. You know what I mean?
The 1-to-1 ratio really
the
works
1-to-1 ratios, exactly.
1-to-1 works really good because you're getting the true effects of both of those medicines.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Sure.
Yeah, and that's really that exactly. Yep. Something I want to gonna switch gears real fast, Roland, because you brought this up and you know a lot, and I want to hit on this real quick. Now, there's the new product that's out. I'm sure you've seen it. It's the Crystal
THCA.
Well, now they're making a CBD form of it. Have you seen it?
CBD form.
Okay. Yeah. Have you tried it?
No, not in the pure form. No dabbing or nothing like that.
No. Okay.
Could you enlighten me what that?
Anything like that? I just any crystals, anything like that. I just.
Well, I did.
Okay.
And I didn't like it.
I believe it.
It made me and my buddy sparked interest photography right here.
For sure.
We both felt funny. Like we did it on Friday night. That's why I didn't have a show because I went to a glass show. And there's a guy there. He had a whole bunch of it. I mean, he had like a whole bunch of it.
Damn.
And to the point where like I took a little dab and like rolled it in there. Like you couldn't even see the dab anymore.
Wow.
It just looked like crystal. And so then I dabbed it, and I tried it out because it was my first time ever. But I was like, okay, it's CBD. Yeah. So at least it'll be a lesser form. Even if it does fuck me up, it's going to be a lesser form of being fucked up.
You trusted the fact that it was CBD.
Exactly. If they would have said it was THCA, I'd have been like, no, I'm cool. Because I have no idea how psychoactive that's about to fucking become.
Yeah.
Right? But I was like, okay, it's CBD. At least it's a body. I can fucking eat something. I'll figure it out. Right? So I tried it, and it actually made my head a little bit too. Made me go a little bit a little bit like it enhanced. I didn't like it at all.
Kind of kicked you in.
Yeah.
They say we use 10% of our brain. That probably put you up to like 13. Like, wait,
I didn't like it. I didn't like it. If that's it, fuck it. Take me to, give me a 10.
Take me back down.
Okay, and the crystal stuff. Now, I'm not really familiar with it. One, because I don't like it very much.
Yeah.
I don't think there's enough research on it for anybody to really say this one way or another. Because one, there's not enough research on marijuana, so there's definitely not enough research on the byproducts thereof.
True.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Well, that's a key point as well too. So all the products that Coca-Cola carries are all THC tested products.
Okay.
And then we're all tested through the laboratories of CannaSafe Analytics out of Marietta. Mm-hmm. So everything that we have has laboratory testing through from day one all the way to outside the laboratory.
Right.
So that's pretty incredible, man. That's how you're doing good things, man. When everything is in line, when you have a product and you have it tested and you have it, tried and true, that's a good thing, brother.
No doubt.
What are you testing for?
A whole lot of things, pesticides, PM, mold, different levels of THC. I'll show you. I don't have one right now, but I should have brought one. But a readout of what the actual tests go through, different levels of CBN, THC, and at what amount they're being extracted at.
Yeah.
So
no, I've had SC Labs on here before, and they went through the process. I was just curious because everybody tests for different things. Some people do just test for potency of THC and CBDs, and then some people don't test for THCA and CBNs and pesticides. No, we test for full spectrum. It's an ISO laboratory test. You do a whole complete full spectrum test. Yeah, good deal. Sure. Good deal. Yeah, because I actually just put something up on the internet now that you brought up testing and stuff. Is that a lot of people are trying to pay for better testing, better results.
Gotcha.
Let's say padding the results because let's face it, like we're all consume. So if you went into a place and it said that it was 18% and you saw this one was 27%, which one are you going to grab?
Well, everyone's going for the higher. Everyone's going for the higher first and foremost, for sure.
Right.
They want to get blown. They're like, I'm not in this just to
feel better.
Right. But here I want to make a comparison. Now, everybody does that just because they want to get higher. Mm-hmm. Now, how many people go to the bar and order Everclear just because they want to get drunk?
That's true. That's why you don't see me going. The first thing I'm heading for is the Moon Rocks or the Sun Rocks. Those things are incredible. And I was just with Sun Rocks the other day at a golf tournament. Those things are incredible.
No, they are good. Yeah, when they soak them in the dabs and then roll them and all that. But it's almost honestly it's too much for me.
It's powerful
because I can have something like that at night, but then I don't like it because I almost wake up still groggy.
You still wake up groggy.
And I like to get shit done. I like to wake up and do push-ups and sit-ups. And when I'm all groggy, I'm like,
you're a late night smoker like me too.
I can't do it. Yeah. Oh yeah, dude.
Like right before you go to bed.
Me too. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes I'm asleep. I'll wake up and then go smoke and then go back to sleep.
Oh yeah, I will. I go to bed. I pack a bowl, smoke it, and then I wake up in the morning, pack a bowl, smoke it, and then start doing push-ups. Yeah. I started working out, doing my thing.
See, that's me. A lot of people, they're like, "How do you work out after you smoke?" And I'm like, "That's the point. Like, I smoke and then go to the gym."
Okay, try this one out. Try not smoking now. Okay, this is what I do every now and then because it gets you really fucked up. Try not smoking before you go to the gym. Go work out super hard and run right home and take a big ass fucking bong toke. You're gonna be high as fuck. You will not get shit done the rest of the day.
Take a nap. That's nap time.
Yeah. Like when you don't have nothing to do and you're like, oh, I'm gonna kick it today. You know what I'm gonna do? Oh, all right, I'm gonna not smoke. I'm gonna go to the gym, work, dude, because your body's already flowing. You already have all the oxygen flowing. And you just rip one and it goes. You just like,
feel real good.
You might get a snack before you go to sleep, but you'll be
sleeping. You might not move.
You might not move.
Comatose.
Yeah, no, that's a good thing. I do that every now and then because like when I don't have to work, but that's very rarely.
I hear you.
But Yeah, like so it's real fun. Try that one. If I get high before I work out, it kind of gets me going for the day.
Nice.
Yeah.
But after I work out, it fucking shuts me down.
Shut it down.
Yeah, I don't like it. It's not the funnest thing.
Yeah, man. Well, I'm gonna show you some stuff here, man.
All right, yeah, what you got? I want to talk more about the testing and stuff
Let's go
too.
for it.
So, what do you guys do in the testing? How do you do the testing? What method is of extraction from the person? I guess
It's a non-invasive test. It's basically a swab test that they take a kit and it just has a swab in it, and then it has another resealable envelope or a package that it gets sent back to the laboratory. But they take a swab right there in the cheek, between the cheek and the gum. They place it in the container and they go out and it sends it to the laboratory, and that's where the magic happens. And they find out the DNA testing and the results. It's more than just a cannabis test as well too. It tests with allergies and everything else that you have going on in your bodies. If it's cancer or anything related to any ailments, it will test for anything.
Oh wow,
in
okay.
your body as well too.
right. And I heard something too about it helps out with your diet. It'll so it'll tell you like if you have this or that, then it kind of tells you what.
It will give you a roadmap. So like if you let's say my mother, God bless her, right now she's battling breast cancer as well too. So this will give her this will give you an indication if your daughters or your nieces or someone your granddaughters would ever have those same symptoms as well too. It's kind of scary. People don't like those type of tests,
But it helps.
but it helps.
Earlier
If you think about especially our ancestry, how much we would like to know about people of color, 100 years ago.
Right.
If we knew what they were doing back then, we can make ourselves better today.
Right.
And so that's what the testing basically does. It basically help you alleviate things that the pharmacies are giving you, and you can change your diet alternatively, or,
Right.
through different mechanisms, other than just taking
prescription drugs.
Yeah.
More
Don't say too
holistic
much,
way.
you
It's
might-
like a
You
health
probably got
test.
my address. Don't put my address on the.
No.
Like, where'd you say you stay at again? They're gonna come hit you. There's a package for you at the door.
Oh, Brian, you were going off over here. This is fucking cracking me up. Oh no, it's my photographer.
Okay.
He's watching. He likes to chime in and talk shit. I love it. I just sit here and laugh. What's the name of the company that does the testing?
It's called Green MC Meds. It's in Chicago.
Green MC Meds in Chicago.
Correct.
And you kind of just work out here in order to send everything back there for the people. Act as a satellite office in a sense.
Yes.
Good deal.
I'm the plug.
The plug.
Exactly.
It's cool though, because that's similar to those DNA tests that you send back to get your
Yeah.
ancestry, but this is health related.
And guess what? I'm the only one doing it for cannabis. So
Okay.
Yeah, that's
There
why
it
I
is.
wanted him here, is because it's really like when I heard it, I was like, I haven't heard of this before.
No.
I haven't heard of somebody else doing it, and it's an awesome.
I'm barely introducing it to Weed Maps. We're trying to talk to Dr. Bonnie over there at Weed Maps about it, so that we can start promoting it through a larger scale, other than just me. I'm the plug, but I basically I'm the peanut butter and jelly to put this bread together.
Yeah, I feel you.
So you gotta make things stick. So basically, I'm the liaison in between getting those things done. And if that testing can be broadcasted in a way where doctors can want to learn the more information, think how many more lives you can save out there. Think how many more people you can touch. Yeah. If a doctor right now has a patient that comes in and says, "I would like to use medical cannabis," a doctor normally just says, "Oh, well, I can't say anything about that right now, but yeah, you might want to go take a look at it, but I can't. I can't recommend you." Right. So they have their hands tied, right? So this type of testing will give them the opportunity to have justifiable data to bring back to any type of community that wants to know actual results of this type of testing. So they actually can have physical data that shows that this type of testing actually works for the patient directly.
Yeah, and you said it's customizable, so like it'll tell you, certain amount of milligrams of THC or CBD needed.
Exactly.
So it's essentially like when you go to a doctor and they prescribe you, a prescription, and it's a certain dosage per your body. It's the same thing. It's just more holistic.
Because right now, honestly, who in here have you guys ever done edibles?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so with an edible, think about it. An edible, you
Smoke weed every day.
That's right.
It is that time, ladies and gentlemen. It is happy 420. Please take a nice fat dab for me.
Ribski. So since we don't have to, excuse the bag, man. This is how we do it, man. But
It's all good. Here, I got you.
smoke weed every day.
Yeah, we have to wait to take our 420 break,
No, you
but
don't. Man.
everybody
no,
else.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
Oh no, you got
No,
the
you don't.
tinctures going on.
Yeah, no, you don't. See, I got you hooked up right now, man. So look. So this is a critical pain relief. So that we produce a critical pain relief spray. So this basically is THC. It's a sublingual spray. That means it's 2 milligrams per spray. So we were talking about dosing right now and how you would want to know what's going to work for you. So you might have some sort of pain medication at the house and you're taking a higher dosing and you want to get off of those type of medications.
Right.
You basically can take, a couple sprays. I would say 1 spray or 2 sprays because 2 sprays is going to give you 4 milligrams. So, and that's coconut oil mixed with peppermint oil. So go ahead and take a spray, man. So
Okay.
it's 420. Why not? Under the tongue. You can take another one, man, because you a stoner too, man. Don't even trip. It wouldn't be called the Cannabis Council. If you
Yeah,
guys
we
didn't
weren't
do-
all
yeah,
fucking
exactly,
stoners.
exactly. Stop playing.
Actually, tastes good too.
It's good, man.
I like that.
So that's, laboratory tested, product that basically right now integrated medicine doctors are, knocking at the door asking me how can they, get involved with the industry in terms of providing certain medications for their patients. So then I come in and do a little consultation with them to show different alternatives on how they can treat their patients versus what they're doing now.
Right. And you know what I like about that is the flavor is light. Like it's not overpowering.
Yeah, exactly.
The stuff I bought, on my own, man, it's okay, but it has a really strong aftertaste. Fake. That's
Yeah,
what I
that
like.
what it is because they're adding terps. So we don't add terps to this. This is basically whole plant extraction.
Okay.
So the critical pain relief products that we produce are all whole plant extraction products.
Oh, okay.
So they are all natural products that are grown from the ground. There's nothing that is going to be made by anything but these are all natural products.
Right. Yeah, you can taste the difference. You definitely
big
can
time.
taste that.
So you can taste basically every part of that plant.
Right. Yeah.
You don't just taste, this just tastes like OG. Anytime you feed,
Right.
when you have that, you go like this. This just tastes like OG. That's a lie. That's a false. That's a
Yeah.
fake. There's oil made, and then there's
Yeah.
a drop of terp that make you feel like you just had an OG. This is actually we can make strain specific products. So if a farmer out there has particular products that they wanted to talk about having strain specifics, then we can
Wow.
talk about that too.
See, I haven't really told you this, but I'm from the old school, right? Like my dad is a master hash maker.
Oh, yeah.
And so that
Much respect.
yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I had to deal with him. He's not that nice. Anyways, your critical pain relief actually tastes a lot like the older extracts from back in the day because they weren't, so let's say like itemized.
Yes.
Like the extracts are now. They're very itemized.
Exactly.
Dabs are very itemized to being pretty much THC or CBD. You know what I mean? You don't have, there's very few dabs unless you're combining them. You're combining THC and CBD dabs that are both.
True.
When you have dabs tested, there's traces of CBDs, but they're super minute.
Super minute.
If any at all.
Yeah.
And I know people brag about the fact that there's no CBDs or CBNs, which is cool for CBNs, but you still want CBDs to be in there. CBNs they're saying has medical properties, but my entire life I was always taught that that's decarboxylated THC and CBD that was already being broken down inside the plant, so it really doesn't have any medical values.
They're still researching it, but I don't think there's anything.
Right, because every time somebody's told me, "Oh, CBN has this medical value," I said, "Okay, yeah, well, so does THC." So how you tell? You know what I mean? There's also something else in the plant that isn't bad for you that produces that same exact medical value.
True.
Yes, CBN, if they're saying helps for inflammation, well, so does THC.
True.
The CBN helps for anxiety, so does CBD.
True.
You know what I mean? And that's why CBN helps with it is because it is the broken down compound of these other ones. So yes, it still has some good things in it, but most of it is decarboxylated. It's the bad part of the plant that the plant was trying to get rid of.
The higher temperature, I believe, that was decarboxylated. If
Right.
I'm not mistaken.
Right. You know what I mean? And it's the plant basically getting rid of that, And with this, you can really taste all of it.
It's all that.
You know what I mean? I know there's probably CBNs in there and whatnot, but like I stated, the CBNs probably do have good factors, and our body can break it down. So it's not like it's a real super bad thing that's in there because our body can break it down. But this stuff tastes awesome.
It's nice, man. The producer, and I think to revert back to your point, you know, the main producer of this product right here, he actually is from the old school. He's a 30-year vet. So like you said, if you can reflect back to some of the taste of what your dad has done. Yeah, just think about this gentleman that's at it well too.
Well, and I think that's why I think we're leaving the medical like practices that the plant can give by itemizing what we're looking at. Yes, it can help because yes, this person can use THCA in a certain dose, so it helps by itemizing it that way.
True.
But as you're also stated that they need THCA, they need CBD, they need THC all at the same time, but in certain doses.
Certain dosage.
You know what I mean? And so I think that's the good thing about itemizing it and putting in dabs, THC dabs, CBN dabs, or CBD dabs. I saw somebody with CBN dabs, whatever. You know what I mean? But by doing it that way, you're able to control the dosing per product,
True.
So this much CBD and this much THC at one time. That's why you're able to do a 75-25.
Yeah, and that's what I like about the products that we produce is because they're all dosed that way.
Mm-hmm.
We're really looking ahead of in the future on the way medicine is going to be presented to the patient, and we want to make sure that we give them the right information right from the beginning versus guesswork.
Right.
Edibles will leave you guessing right now.
Yeah.
So nothing bad about them. I love my edible companies out there. They're great. They get you there, but you do have to really think about how much you're going to eat of that edible because it may taste great.
Right.
You're like, this is good.
30 minutes later.
I can't. You're like, I can't leave this to chance. I got to finish it now. Next thing you know, you're on the couch for 5 or 6 hours.
I just think it's cool also because I feel like it legitimizes a bit more the medical marijuana industry,
Oh, yeah, true,
versus the process now when you go in and you talk to your doctor. This is much more comprehensive, let's say.
It is. I'm going to show you a couple more, man, just so...
Well, one thing I like about it, too, is that because where the cannabis industry is going with 64 next year, everything's going to have to be in 10 milligram doses, all the edibles and stuff like that. So you buy a 100 milligram package, and you have 10 milligram squares inside. So by people knowing how much they should take, like, okay, well, if I'm only supposed to take 5 milligrams, at that point you take half of the square.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that really will help out people, too, and not overdosing themselves.
It's a learning. It's education, man. Even to this day, I'm still learning, man. I'll go to my producer's house, and I'll look down at what he's doing. A 5 milligram capsule. A 5 milligram capsule, that's 20-to-1 breakdown.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, okay, you have to think about that.
Mm-hmm.
A 25 milligram capsule, that's 18-to-1. You got to think about it. Like, well, how does that break down?
Yeah.
So you look at it, you're like, well, then you look at it in terms of what you just pumped in. So if you need a 5 milligram capsule of THC, that's 2.5 sprays of this here.
Mm-hmm.
So it just depends on, the pain, the threshold, the pain of the person, what they're going through, how we need to dial in their pain and what type of medications we provide for them. But all of our products do provide a lot of help to a lot of patients, man. To be honest with you, I mean, I have patients across Southern California that really dig all the products, man, and they're real patients. They're not people that are just recreational people. Hey, you got some dabs, man? You got some dabs? No, I don't want to hear nothing from those dudes at all. Everyone that I talk to are professionals, people that are in the medical field or people that are looking to help people
treat pain and ailments.
Pain. Yeah, no, none of that. Flower's fun though. Don't get me wrong.
But I feel what you're saying though. This is your lane though.
Yeah, this is my lane.
I got you.
Yeah,
respect.
Yeah, no, and I like the products. I like where they come from. I like that they're made old school. I know a lot of people are infusing shatter into their stuff and whatnot, but
cheating.
I'm not really down for all of it, really. Like, I like the old school stuff where, it's kind of all together. I don't know. That's just how I was raised. All these new kids are coming in with the new platform. They like the new platforms. They like how it is.
They're
and
getting
that's
ready
cool.
for recreational.
They're getting ready, and that's cool and everything. But if we forgot where we came from, like, you can't ever forget where you came from.
True.
You know what I mean? And we came from medical. And if we forget, I think we're going to Well, people are going to be hurt, quite frankly, because they're not going to get the help they need.
True.
And that's why this is all here. It started, you know, with Prop 215 that was brought about to get people the help they need. It was not brought about so you can go get some help with your fucking back pain.
That's true.
And go get some OG and smoke blunts with your homies.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean? It was made for the cancer patients. It was made for the people that do have back pain that need to get up every day and go to work and be a productive member of society.
Yeah, it's true, man. Can I tell you something real quick, man?
Yeah.
I'm going to be really honest with you, man. I didn't know what I was coming into when I came to this show today. And listening to you guys, man, I know you guys are a little younger than me, and that doesn't mean shit. But I'm just telling you, you know, the passion that I hear out of you and yourself about the industry and how you're looking to help. You guys are actually doing the community a huge service itself. The cannabis community, I hope they do, you know, get involved with your radio station. I'm going to do more, you know, promoting of your show as well, too, man, because I think it's imperative that, you know, you're giving us a lane to talk about a product that normally we would be behind the scenes and not want to talk about or not want to share with people because we don't want to be in the public talking about these particular products. But you're giving us a platform and making us feel comfortable to come here and express ourselves. So I basically pay gratitude to, you know, you guys, you know, giving me some time here today as well, too, man.
Well, thank you, and you're welcome.
For sure, man.
And yeah, I mean, I've been in this industry for a very long time. Very long time. Not gonna like go into all of it. I've been selling weed since I was a little kid, like 14. You know, my dad's a master hash smuggler, so I've seen a lot of aspects of this kind of shit. I saw where I saw where products I want them to be again, because back in the day, I think we had better medical valued stuff. Yeah, a lot of stuff helps now, but I don't know. I just think back in the day, like it was
organically grown.
It was you know what I mean. It wasn't pumped. It wasn't rushed. You know, like, 90-day plants are cool, but an 8-month plant, I think, has way more medical factors than a 90-day plant. You know what I mean? Because it's gone through its whole entire cycle. It's got all of its, you know, what it needed. It had
values.
Exactly. It had a real photosynthesis from the actual fucking sun.
True.
You know what I mean? Like, that makes a difference.
Yeah.
You know, it makes a real, yes, you can recreate looms and you can recreate that stuff, but you cannot recreate nature. Like nature, it's been around for a lot longer than we have. Yeah, we're not gonna recreate that shit. And so, like, that's where I come from. You know what I mean? And that's what I really want to portray to a lot of people, especially the new people coming into this industry. That, you know, because it's recreational, we're gonna get a lot of new people on the user side, on the business side, on the entertainment side.
Big time.
We're gonna get all of these, you know, new facets. And so that's kind of really why this whole thing started. Why this radio show started really was because that's what I saw, and I figured I better get in now.
Yeah, man.
Before all this shit hit the fan.
You're doing the right thing, and I got some people to come in now that I see where I'm at, man. I'm gonna have some pretty good guests for you, bro.
Cool.
Like I said, I'm
that.
the plug, bro. So like you just opened up a door for me, and I'm gonna do a lot of good things for you. You'll have some good pictures on the wall, man.
Cool. Yeah, I greatly appreciate that, man. I want to come here and you know, spread cannabis knowledge.
Yeah, man.
You know,
this is a great platform, man. I mean, I have people on the education side. I have people on the, you know, the
underground side.
You
you talk with doctors and all that stuff, and that's really who I want here. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know a bunch of them, but I'm getting in line with people that do. Yeah. And so I want, you know, people that, you know, really know what they're talking about and the professional side of it to sit down here and say, this is what's up and this is where we really need to go.
Right.
Because I'm just one voice and everybody's going to look at me like, yeah, who the fuck are you?
True.
But
yeah, you know, I feel that too.
And that's, you know, that's the truth. You know, it doesn't matter who my homies are or whatever. You know, yeah, my homies know who I am, and that's why I get, you know, that's why I've had good people and whatnot on the show. But, you know, who the fuck am I? Really, I'm a nobody. So that's why I want.
You're trying though, man. You're trying your best, bro.
But that's why I have people, you know, that they come in here and they know what's up and they're respected in their own industries. Yep. And if they come in and they're stating the same shit, and this is, you know, this is really how it's going to go, then I think everybody's going to get the right message.
Yeah, I have a doctor to line up with you. Right
cool.
away. Yeah, she's just. I'm actually on my way to go see her right now to get her a 1-to-1 spray for our patient out in Pomona.
Okay.
So she called upon me about a week ago, and she says, she called me out of the blue. She says, "Is this Todd?" I said, "Yes, this is Todd. How can I help you today?" She goes, "This is Doctor." You know, I don't want to put her name out there yet until she approves of it. But she says, "I would like to basically utilize your services. You know, this is something special here, but you know, I'm not really supposed to be." Recommending, but we have a situation where a patient is dying, and the patient is in stage 4, and so you're probably one of the only people that have the product that I need. there's a lot of people that I've called upon, but they've closed their businesses. They've closed their deliveries. And are you still in business? She asked me like several times in a row, are you still in business? I said, absolutely. I said, when and what time did you need me to meet you there to help the patient? Because it's about patients over profits.
Right.
And as long as we stick with that methodology right now, just like you had said right earlier, we're winning. Yes, I'm Prop 215 compliant. So it's all about the patient for me. I know we'll get taken care of later on when things boost up in 2018. But for now, it's patients over profit.
Yeah.
So I'll have her come in and she does in-home doctor recommendations.
Oh, that's cool. Okay. For those that can't get out,
for those who cannot get
4.
there, and these are people that are really dying and people that need that help. So she has a different service. She goes through the entire medical process versus, we go to the recommendation center. Hey, dude, I got to renew my rec.
See the guy on Skype.
Yeah. See the guy on Skype. And he might not be there, just a picture of him and a recording talking. But this lady actually goes in there, puts her hands on patients, measures, sees their weight.
Actual bedside.
And so she's there by their side all the time until things go right or wrong. But that's what she's in it for. And so when I seen that type of compassion, I told myself that's who I want to align myself up with. Mm-hmm. So in this industry, you're going to have a lot of snakes. There's going to be a lot of bullshit. It's going to be a lot of people just going to just want to jack you around all the time. But if you can align yourself up with the right people in the industry, great things can happen. And it's really not just for yourself, but for a lot of different people.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. In your family, you might have someone sick or you may have someone sick. You guys are going to have to call out on somebody. You're going to have to call upon somebody. And if there's someone like me available, reach out for the right medications.
Well, see, what would help is, again, the testing that you do, the specific knowledge you have. I come from a family of doctors, right?
Sure.
So they know Western medicine. And they will go off of that.
Oh, yeah.
But when you try to recommend alternative or holistic things to them, they're like, I don't know about that. Yeah, because
it's not beneficial for the pharmaceutical companies.
Exactly.
They're pharmaceutical.
So they're not taught that, you know? So
just wait.
Like,
no, yeah. That's why I'm trying to get myself in line with it right now.
I hate to put it that way, but just wait.
Yeah. Well,
it wouldn't become recreational unless they did not have some sort of 20-year fucking plan, boys.
Well, they're giving us a little run right now. So in the law right now, it says that we have about a 5-year run before.
Nah, you got a 4-year run. Pay attention to how it's written.
Yeah, that's true too. Yeah.
Because the first year that we are in now, nothing's happening. This year counts. So there's 4 years of actual licensing and being able to actually do stuff. Right. Yes, people are making forward progress right now, but not like they could if we had actually issued the licensing this year.
There we go.
So next year when they start issuing licenses, that's cool. But then it's a 4-year run until big industry grows are allowed.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's pay attention to that wording. It's big industry grows. This does not say that big industry cannot be in it. This does not say that big pharma cannot come in it. It just says that they can't have big industry grows, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so that's very, very patent. Everybody's saying, we have 5 years till big pharma comes in. No, you have 5 years till big pharma sets up big grows. Guarantee you big pharma is going to set up little grows, go through a learning curve, and when they set up their big grows, they're already going to be off and fucking running.
Yeah. I would think they're doing it now, though.
They already are.
I think so, too.
They already are. Dude, are you kidding me? Philip Morris has owned hundreds of acres of land in the Emerald Triangle for decades. You know that, right?
Yeah. Wow.
In Mendocino County, they own hundreds of acres of land, something like 600.
Wow.
Right, and they've owned it for they've been ready. They've known this was coming. Everybody knew since back in the day that this was, it was going to come.
Wow.
And so, they're already here doing their thing. They're just preparing, and they're sitting back just like they know they can because they have long plans, drawn out plans to say, okay, we're going to spend this much money now, but we're going to make this much money overall.
Oh, yeah.
Every businessman has one.
And they got the money to do it.
And they got the money.
They already have their ad campaigns. They have the packaging.
Marlboro's already come out and shown them. They have the thing. Marlboro Greens. Yeah, Marlboro Greens.
You. Yeah, they already got it done.
It's the cigarettes. They're going to be packed. It comes in a 10-pack, not a 20-pack. And it's a smaller version. Still it's 2 rows. So it's a smaller version of the box. Comes with
So right now the big push would be sort of like companies like my partner has a company called Neptune Sticks. I don't know if you've ever heard of Neptune Sticks, but it's a prepackaged blunt. With
I've seen several companies.
Yeah.
Seen several companies. We're going to get a break here on the Kaotic Radio on the Cannabis Council. Sorry, I'm kind of high. Almost fucked that one up. I'm going to go get higher. So I hope you all are taking some bong tokes. Take a nice big fat one for me because I don't get to take a bong toke until I get home. But this is the Cannabis Council. We will be right back. Stick with us, everybody. We back up in this motherfucker with the Cannabis Council. Yeah, that was a good intro song right there.
Oh, that was the best right there.
You know, next episode, don't go wrong with Snoop.
Snoop Dogg.
Yeah. All right, so Phoenix, you had a really good question right before we're about to come on the air. What was that?
Yeah. So the difference between THC creams or patches and CBD creams or patches.
Well, you know, CBD patches or CBD creams can actually, depending on how if it's industrial hemp, it can be sold anywhere nationwide. So the benefit of that is it will give you the same anti-inflammatory properties as THC, but it's actually industrial hemp, and it could be, you know, formulated from CBD isolates that they get from overseas, and they can concoct different type of salves and rubs and sell that over the counter. So CBD,
over the counter,
CBD right now is starting to pick up steam, not only in humans but also in pets too.
Right, but CBD taken from marijuana is now Schedule 1.
Now Schedule 1. So if it's
they're like, and that's what, you know, is a big thing. It matters where it comes from.
Exactly.
You know, and that's what people aren't understanding. They're like, oh, but it's CBD. Oh, well, there's actually a difference.
Yeah.
Maybe not chemically, but to the people that write the laws, there's a difference. And, you know, we got to play in their ballpark, unfortunately.
If it's grown here in the States, it's a Schedule 1.
Yeah. So. Yeah, and then, like, to get it in, like, there's a bunch of, you know, it's not the easiest, but like you said, it's becoming more lax with THC, well, with cannabis in general becoming recreational. I think, unfortunately, right now they're trying to put kind of a stranglehold on it. Mm-hmm. And I think they're doing that for a reason. And I see the reason being is that they don't want to lose control over it right away. True. Because let's face it, it can get real out of hand real fucking quick.
Dudes on the streets can eat.
Right. and so I see what they're doing. Though with all the states, I see what the feds are doing. I kind of started to look at it from an outside perspective. I stepped away from the you know, cannabis business side and said, okay, well, why are they going to do something like that when so many states are going to come about and have recreational? And then it hit me. That's exactly why they're going to do it. Yeah. Is because they don't want to lose. You know, they need a stranglehold on the whole industry. They need to control it. Yeah. And that's how they're going to control it. I mean, that's how they've been controlling it. You know what I mean? So I think they're going to lax up a little bit, but I think they strangle, you know, they put a bigger noose on us.
Right now, yeah, for sure.
You know, with making CBD here Schedule 1. And yes, it's been illegal and it's been, you know, back and forth on Schedule 1 and I don't know the exact facts, you know, but it's been up and down on the legality factor for CBDs for quite some time. But now that they really just put it out there like, no, this is it. They tighten that noose a little bit. Yeah. And yes, I believe over time they're going to start, you know, loosening it up. But you have to understand that the government, unfortunately, is controlled by corporations. And the corporations are the ones that want the stranglehold on the little man at the moment. So, yeah, I don't want big guys in here. But at the same point in time, when they get here, it might make things a tad bit easier if we play by the rules.
Yeah, you got to play by the rules, man.
You know, we got to figure out how to play by their rules, and we can win. And that's really what we need to look at. We need to start really looking at long-term things in this industry. You know, if people are looking at, you know, next year, 4 years, 5 years, that's cool. But really, you got to look 10 years.
20 years, yeah.
You know what I mean? And make it, and know in the first 5, you're going to lose a shit ton of money. Yeah. You know, just like you are right now, it's patience over profits.
Yeah, true.
Some days you don't make money, I'm sure.
Some days you don't make it. You know, and there was a patient yesterday that called me, and she's going to the City of Hope. She has Obamacare, you know. I'm not saying anything politically good or bad about it, but she is getting free treatment at the City of Hope, which is a big deal, and she couldn't afford it if she, you know, otherwise. But she didn't have the money to get an RSO oil, and so, you know, there I had to basically make a decision. It's patience over profits, and you're not gonna get paid every time you do something. Basically, you shouldn't have to think about that.
Well, you're not gonna get monetary compensation.
Yeah, it's a compensation that she's gonna get better, and then she may tell people that, you know, this product may work for them in the future. That's pretty much what you can ask for, but you really can't put a dollar amount on helping save someone's life. You know,
straight up.
Before the break, you had a few other ones. What were those?
One was a CBD, a CBD spray, straight CBD. Another one was a 1-to-1 ratio. The other one was a 18-to-1 ratio spray.
Okay.
So we were talking about the ratios
Right.
and how they break down.
Right.
We have the 18-to-1, the 1-to-1, the CBD, and the THC spray. Other items that we carry too for the critical pain is we were talking about sprays for pain relief. Mm-hmm. So this right here is a THC pain relief spray, and if you look at the bottom, it has all the ingredients in the bottom there, with, devil's claw and
I'm getting fucking old.
herbs. Yeah,
I gotta like.
That's topical.
It's a topical.
Okay.
It works great too, and people don't want to have a lot of things on them, so that's a 1 ounce carrier. You can get that on the in and out of a plane really easy. You don't have to worry about TSA stopping you on something like that. Basically,
Oh, okay.
I don't want to say that, but
Take the labels off.
Take the label
Just
off
take
the
the fucking
bottom.
labels off, people.
Yeah,
Please.
internet.
Fucking mouthwash after that. Just come on, people.
But it works like a champ, man. So people that have tendonitis, people that have aches and pains coming from the gym, that basically soothes a lot of pains right there, bro. So
Yeah.
that I have a breast cancer patient who she actually uses it because she just basically is recovering from her surgery, from mastectomy. But it basically, all the burns that chemo has done to her chest, she's able to have like basically her flesh tone again.
Oh, wow.
And it's taken about a year, but basically from all the burns, it's basically got back down to her normal flesh tone.
Wow. So it's
Right.
working. Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah, it's incredible. You'll and like I said, we talked earlier. I want to have some really significant people lined up for the show for you, man. So,
Cool. Thank you.
that know a lot more than me. I'm just a street guy.
So you started, if I'm correct, you started with chocolates, or you started wanting to make chocolates, and then you branched out.
Branched out.
Wow,
Exactly. Because the chocolatier couldn't move to Southern California, and I was like, you know what? Fuck.
Ah.
I was like,
Yeah, somebody switched, brother?
Yeah, well, I mean, the mission was to do that, but then I had lost my first patient. Her name was Liz.
Mm-hmm.
So I was introduced to Liz through a really good friend of mine. He says, hey, man, my friend's wife is dying, man. She has colon cancer, and she loves to smoke weed, but he don't like her smoking weed. I'm like, well, what the fuck, man? I mean, he can't be hating on her. She's trying to relax,
Yeah,
he's
get better.
hating on her. So what, he was like, well, what can you provide? What can you do, man? I know you smoke. What you do? What can you do? What can you do? And I was like, fuck, okay, well, let's figure this out. Well, I started to give her, capsules, that my buddy is producing, 50 milligram capsules, not working. 100 milligram capsules, not working, because she's just like, that's not strong enough. And this lady was only 105 pounds, and she's having 100 milligram capsules and saying that they're not working for her pain.
Yeah.
So at that point, I'm like, okay, let's take it to the next level. And so I reached out to a friend of mine who dosed up a really good batch of product out of state, and you're not supposed to do that, but this, that,
saving
and the other.
lives.
Yeah, we're saving lives. Patience over profit. So I got that package in, and it worked out well. So there was 250 milligrams per chocolate.
Oh, wow.
Down to 75 milligrams per chocolate. And when she ingested it that way, it actually worked for her. She stayed alive for about another 4 or 5 months. Then she passed away. And at that point, I said to myself, damn, I lost her. And then right after that, then my father passed away in 2000. My father passed away. So I was like, you know what? I got to go hard.
Yeah.
There's just no way that I can just continuously see people, falling around me. And I'm a big guy. I'm not the healthiest eater. I'm not the most exercising guy. But for the most part, I'm into helping people, man. So if I can do the best that I can to help as many people as I can now, that's probably my mission, bro.
No doubt. No
So,
doubt. And you
I gotta
saw
pass it
opportunity, and you
Yeah.
filled that niche,
Yeah.
though, and then it just grew.
And it's growing.
That's dope. Like, from helping
growing.
one person to all this.
Yeah, because it's worth it, man. When you help save someone, I'm gonna show you a text message that one of my patients had delivered to me, and it's impactful, man. She basically said that she thanks me for helping her stay around for the last year and a half. And so she's, like I said, a cancer patient. She's small little Jewish lady, just small frame little Jewish lady, man, but good heart.
Yeah.
And she wanted to stay alive, and she didn't want to do it, their way. They wanted to give her chemo. They wanted to give her the radiation. She said, hell no, basically. Her husband had died. They gave him chemo. She didn't want to deal with that. So she says, Todd, can you do anything for me? I said, yes, I can. She says, "Help me stay alive." And to this day, I still see her, and she uses every single one of my products.
Wow.
So not to say that the products that we have are the end all be all, but to know that our products are working for patients.
Yeah.
I don't have every patient,
But still, I mean, it's a good start. It's amazing to hear these stories.
It's
man.
good stories, though, man. So
Yeah, it really is. I mean, to hear the positive influence that cannabis can have on the community, you know what I mean? Because there's been so much negative information spread, and it's just, I mean, reefer madness. It's horrible.
Yeah.
And so, to be able to hear good stories, honestly, I don't care if I hear the same story 100 times, told by different people, like, I'm not trying to be dick, but you hear a lot of the stories. This person, I say this person, I help this person, but we need to hear all of those stories,
Right.
True.
over and over and over again, because we've heard all the other crap over and over and over again.
Brainwashed.
Exactly.
Bullshit.
So we need to hear about all the good that this has done.
True.
And
We
because
need
it
those
does.
commercials on TV, like the
Yeah,
people that say
good
I
luck.
smoked for 50
Yeah,
years.
well,
we need
I kind of did a little thing on Facebook on the Coconola page.
Uh-huh.
So Coconola is spelled Kokonola,
Right.
And I have on the Facebook page, on that particular Facebook page, I posted something up. I posted that actual letter from the patient.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking about just basically promoting that letter to the City of Hope, Chalk, different medical centers. Hashtagging those medical centers so that they can have a look at what an actual patient is saying.
Yeah.
About what this product is doing, and so hopefully one doctor, and even if it's just one out of hundreds of thousands of doctors that are out there, if one doctor can catch on and help save another life, that's why the business is worth it, bro.
That's real.
Yep.
So
You should put that on your IG too. I don't have Facebook, but I saw your IG.
Okay.
Yeah, have that up there because that's
man.
that's
Yeah, IG is really the way to, I think, touch most people at the moment. Unfortunately,
Yeah, it's
but
true.
that's really the way.
IG.
Yeah, mini clips.
I'm old, man. See these gray hairs and shit, man.
Yeah,
I'm an old bird.
yeah. I ain't got the gray. My still turned red. Luckily,
That's a good thing, man.
got that Scottish part of me coming out my beard.
That's
But yeah, no, I think IG is the social platform to go on, especially, I mean, Facebook's good, but Facebook, it's more of a family atmosphere. You see things about cannabis and stuff, but,
Gotcha.
I think, a lot more reposts and stuff like that, come from Instagram. And
Gotcha.
yeah, that's really where it is. I've been talking to a lot of social media guys, and they're like, yeah, Facebook's good, but really, IG's where it's taken off
Well,
too.
that's what we connected to is someone
Yes,
that's social
exactly.
media king. Right
Yes,
there.
yeah.
Powered by 7, by the way.
Yeah, Powered by 7 Marketing. Yeah, I
Marketing.
I love him, man, because he's brought me good people.
Great energy.
Good people, yeah, and there's still some more people to come on, and so
Well, he
so
opened up
really-
a good plug here, so shout out to my dude Jose. Thank you, sir. But,
yeah, Jose, he's a hard worker. Yeah, he met one of my other co-hosts, Danny Boom,
nice.
and then that's how he's like, oh, I know Danny, and then we all got to working, and yeah, it was real neat, and he's a real neat guy. He brought me a toy gummy that I had on last Monday.
Nice.
And dude, that fool does some awesome.
You can do
little
some toy
fucking-
gummies in here at the radio.
Yeah, he made some. He's gonna give them back in like a whole little case thing or whatever. But yeah, he's got this whole little thing going on. So I was like, this is fucking sick.
I want to get some good artists in here. You're gonna have some good artists in here, man. Believe me, man.
Good deal, good deal. Yeah, I like just spreading that positive word about
yeah.
cannabis and just trying to teach people that thing. We discussed outside a little bit that you do a little bit of growing, kind of on a smaller scale.
On a small scale, I'm helping. I'm a green hand right now, so basically, I'm being mentored by a couple master growers right now. So I'm not gonna proclaim that I know everything about growing, but
You never can.
basically, yeah. So I'm basically I'm under their tutelage right now.
Good deal.
So, but in terms of sales skills, I got that. They don't. So
Yeah, I
I
feel
got
you.
the mouthpiece. They don't. I
Right.
think I'm the plug. They don't. But it doesn't matter. We all work collectively.
Yes.
As a team to basically come together, and because some of the products that we use in these products here are grown from certain farms that we have to go farm. So as a collective, everyone has a collective responsibility to do something for that particular collective. So
Right, you're set up how it should be.
yeah, exactly.
And not just sitting there and saying, "Oh, I got a bunch of volunteers
No,
for my
you
collective."
can't do that. Because then that's like free handouts, what I mean? It's like
I know.
You already know. So like, dude, I just need an ounce for if I trim. Like, nah, bro, you can't just be here for half an hour and get an ounce. No, get out of here.
No, yeah, you working, motherfucker.
Yeah, 18 hours. Let's go.
Yeah, get working. That's a couple days, bitch. Let's go. Yeah, no, I feel you. This game's full of a lot of weird cats, isn't it?
But we got some good strains coming up though, man. We got some San Fernando Valley, some Versace OG.
Good deal.
Some good stuff.
Good deal. So, what ways do you guys grow? You guys grow? Are you in buckets? Are you in soil, hydro? Soil buckets or soil like beds?
Soil buckets.
Soil buckets.
Soil buckets. Right now.
Good deal. Good deal. Top water, top feed.
Top water, top feeding.
Good deal.
With a T, nice little regiment.
What kind of lights you run? You know?
Gavitas. Good yield.
Everybody's doing Gavitas nowadays.
Trying to get that 2.5.
Yeah, but that's part of that's part of the whole Russian stage too. I think like I prefer a 20-foot monster over a bunch of over a room.
Yeah.
You guys get more, but I like my weed.
Yeah, no, but that's more in abundance the way that you're doing it too, and plus there's more material that could be utilized in other ways. Too.
Yeah, definitely.
So it's not just focused in on the tops. You're focused in on the whole full body.
Yeah, and I do a bend over method. I don't actually top my plant.
Oh, so you fold it over a trellis,
No, I kind of fold it over and I let the hormones, because once you fold over and you put the top past the middle of the plant, it'll send a different hormone out, and it'll make all the other side branches think they're tops, because the top gets a very specific hormone, and so it basically gives it like how we have human growth hormone. Well, it gives it weed growth hormone, so it makes it grow fat. It makes it grow bigger and bushier and things like that. Like
that's crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty. I've been
I'm going through my head right now because I remember when I was about 18 or 19, I grew a plant on the side of my house, but I didn't want the neighbors to see it, so I did the same thing, and I didn't put a trellis on the side. I just bent it to the side and tied it down. But what you're saying is right, because that was like one of the bushiest plants I ever had and shit.
Now you look all these years later, you figure out why.
I was like, what?
Yeah, it's because it was sending different hormones, and that's and when you top the plant and you actually like pinch it, you stunt the growth. Everybody's like, oh yeah, it makes it bushier, but in fact, you're changing the hormonal balance of the whole plant. Because just like if you scrape your arm, your body now has to fix that before it can grow.
True.
Before it can do anything else, it has to regenerate. So this plant works in the same way. If you take and you pinch the top of the plant and actually damage the plant itself, it has to fix that before it can do anything else. And since that's at the top of the plant where you're damaging it, it takes the longest time to get there.
Yeah.
So it takes a long time. So you don't want to send that hormone. You want to control the whole growth hormone of the plant that it's producing itself. You're giving it the right nutrients to produce the correct hormones. But then if you shock the plant, you're going to make it produce the wrong ones.
True.
You know what I mean? So the whole time, if you're making it produce good growth hormones, then you're going to have a better overall, stronger plant.
So at what stage are you bending them?
They're like about 3 leaf up. Start bending it over. And then it'll start walking sideways. And it'll grow because the top will always want to go up.
Yeah.
You just keep bending it down, and all those side branches will eventually go up. And then you start bending them down, and then those side branches start growing up, and then these ones think they're tops.
You need to start consulting, man.
I'm going to his house.
And he can do all kinds of shit.
Oh, shit. Walk through his garden with my pinkies up and shit.
Oh, man. I don't have one currently. But no, usually when I do have a greenhouse, you cannot see through it.
True.
You know what I mean? Like if you're standing there and you're a tall guy, you're 6'6", you still couldn't see through it. Because my plants, I start shedding them, and I call it shedding because there's basically nothing on the branches from about 5 feet down.
Oh wow, lollipop.
Yeah, and then it just becomes a giant, canopy. Well, see, that's the thing. Growing in a greenhouse becomes a canopy. You're not getting light from all around. Once the light is cut off, even if you go and you cut this out, light's being cut off from other angles. True. So you just get the top canopy that's rocking.
Nice.
And yeah, dude, you'll just pull
so that's why he says
massive amounts of monsters.
And plus, that keeps your soils clean, and you can do all the maintenance underneath pretty easy.
Oh yeah, dude, you can actually you can walk.
Wow.
You know what I mean? You can walk through, but you still can't. You can see, because you can see through, but you just see all these just stems just going up and up and up and up and up.
The tops just loving it.
Yeah, and the tops are just up there in light. And the main thing I like about that is that in the middle part of the season, it's hot as fuck. But at the end of it, it's not as hot because you got this shade canopy.
That's nice.
And so you get up there and you start cutting everything down, and you're like, oh, fuck, it's really hot in this bitch.
Like, what were we thinking? Shit.
Yeah. But one thing I did learn about growing monsters like that is it actually helps your soil. They can recondition your soil. Cannabis, the plant itself, we'll take it and we'll take all the crap that you have in your soil and basically get it out.
Wow.
You know, we built a really big greenhouse, but we had to tear down where my sister's horse used to be, like the actual stable part.
Gotcha.
And the horse used to sit there and pee all the time. You know, horses do that. Well, it stood in one spot, so had a basic, real big pee spot. And the plant that we planted in there and the one that we planted next to it turned real yellow, but they didn't stop growing.
Wow.
Right? They were still green, but they were fucked up. You could tell. But we didn't stop growing them, gave them the same nutrients, just grew them. We just planned on the get-go from throwing these ones away. But they were leaching the soil. They were taking all that bad stuff that was in the pea and they were bringing it up into the plant and then we're throwing it away. So it took a couple of years, but eventually it became one of the strongest fucking holes because we continued to give it nutrients. So the good stuff went in, the bad stuff went out.
That's funny how that works because, you know, in a lot of communities, they're digging deeper in the dirt to get rid of those, you know, the peas from the cows or the.
You don't have to.
In the Norco area. I don't know if you're familiar with Norco. But,
Yeah, a little bit.
Cowtown, USA.
Cowtown, you know, because there was so much piss, you know, they had to dig
And
deep.
you don't have to do that. You could plant acres and acres of hemp, which can be yellow, can have fucking urine in it. It goes and gets bleached and processed anyways. But acres and acres of hemp, and within 2 years, the soil will be clean.
I think that's a good initiative that we should we come out with because
You know?
there's so many different grants written to help.
Well,
Probably
64 now we're you know, a lot more. There's a lot more openings in the hemp industry as well under 64.
That's pretty smart right there.
And that's the thing that people, that's another part of the industry people aren't looking at is that you can go and take these fields, rent the fields from the farmers. You're doing the farmers a service and making money all at the same time. Everybody's happy. You know what I mean?
man.
The farmers are having to pay for people to come and redo their land. Well, what if you walked on the farmer's land and said, check it out, I got it all. Here's my thing. Just let me use your land. I'll clean your soil.
Yeah, that's a good way to clean the soil right there, man.
I'll clean your soil. I'll make it all nice. You don't have to dig down nothing. You don't have to damage the earth and, you know, create erosion and all that kind of BS. No, we can just clean it right here.
Plant a whole bunch of males. There you go.
Well, hemp, it doesn't matter.
Hemp, it doesn't matter. Yeah,
Hemp,
you're
and you can plant them right next to each other. You can have stock. And you can run up a whole bunch, thousands of plants, and they would leach that out. And then you just plant another one, plant another one. In a couple of years, the entire, it would all be done.
A lot of material you can put out there, too.
Yeah, and hemp, you can give water. You don't necessarily have to give it stuff to grow. You will because you want it to grow faster.
True.
But you can just give it water if you had to for the first 6 months. You know what I mean?
That's incredible.
And that's what people need to realize is that this plant doesn't just help us. It's an overall. I mean, nature put it here for a reason.
Sure. Yeah.
You know, and that's the thing. You know, like there's reasons that farmers let weeds grow, and they're because those weeds take all the crap out of the soil. But I always heard this because I grew up in Anza. Taller the weeds, the better the soil.
You grew up in Anza?
Yeah.
Shit, man. Right now, Anza's going crazy. It's just
get the
like
fuck
Compton.
out of my town, by the way.
I said Anza. It's just like Compton.
Everybody, man, you know what the fucking funny
quick.
thing is? That's my town, bro. Like, my dad has lived there since I was, I want to say like 5 years old.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Back in Terwilliger. If you know Anza and you're familiar with, you know where Terwilliger is.
I don't know where that's at, but my buddy has a 10-acre farm up there that he just he's
Yeah,
trying to
see,
turn
everybody all of a sudden want to come to my
That's what
town
I
and grow
said,
some
man.
weed.
That's what I said. Everybody's trying to go to your town now.
Yeah,
right?
dude, man, and it's been like that the past few years. Everybody wants to go up there and they want to think, oh, they can come in and everything. But you know, y'all
Don't
done,
shut them down.
y'all done fucked up my city.
See?
That was the most unknown place to grow herb in the whole wide world. Everybody knew Humboldt. Yeah, that's cool. Most of the SoCal's good weed came from Anza, and nobody fucking knew it.
Nobody knew that shit.
Nobody knew it. There were more millionaires in Anza than were in Humboldt from weed. Guarantee you.
Well, there's a lot of land.
Guarantee
There's a
you.
lot of land out in Anza, man.
Oh, I know.
It's
Trust me.
crazy.
I got land behind the res. I got land all over too. I got parcels.
We're gonna hit the mute button in a little bit and start talking.
You know?
Beep.
You kidding me, dude?
mute
So
button
you
there.
drive up there, right? You're familiar with driving up to Anza?
Yeah, it's pretty
Okay,
crazy.
so you know where the casino is?
Yes.
You know those two houses that are right across the street from the casino? Those are my best friend's houses.
Damn.
And my best friend lives in the oldest house in Anza, period, flat down. It's the oldest house. It's the first house that was ever put there.
Wow.
And one of my best fucking friend lives there.
Some spirits in that bitch.
Oh, dude, yeah. It's
I
fun.
thought
It's,
the same thing. I didn't want to say.
it's fun. It's fun to go over there and get fucked up.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there's people buried on that land. Fuck yeah, there is.
I ain't smoking there.
If it's a reservation across the street, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, dude, the graveyard's right across the street. You can stand in his front yard and see the graveyard and shit.
Nah, Nah,
This was
bruh.
like, nah.
Me and Phoenix looked at each other in the eye like, oh, hell
bruh.
no.
Yeah, you're like that crazy white boy. White people do weird shit.
He's like, we're going to run naked across the field.
Nah, bruh.
I've actually done that. I've done that on mushrooms. Yes, I have ran naked across the field.
Shrooms is shit, too.
One of my friends told me about that. He was like, "Yeah, we went in the forest and tripped mushrooms all night." I was like,
Yeah.
nah,
You gotta walk around.
bruh.
You gotta do
No, you
it.
gotta walk around. You can't be confined when you're on mushrooms. You get all fucking
See, I'm
claustrophobic.
worried with the way things are right now. You know, the wrong brother walking around, tripping off mushrooms.
Oh, yeah, they
that
get
ain't
you.
gonna end well.
Well, shrooms will make you laugh, though, man.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, shrooms just put you in a good mood. You know
You'll
what I
be
mean?
laughing.
It ain't like that shit. Yeah, people will know, like, if you see somebody on shrooms, it could be the most gangster motherfucker. If he's on shrooms, he does not look scary.
No.
He just looks.
laughing.
He's just gonna. He's just gonna look like a big old teddy bear. He could have fucking. I'm gonna kill you on his forehead, and you are not gonna take that motherfucker seriously. You're gonna be like,
laughing.
you're gonna kill me, boo. And he go, oh.
Yeah, he be
You know what I mean? Like mushrooms are a whole different fucking thing,
Takes to
dude.
another
So we're
level,
going,
bro.
we're going up to Anza.
Oh fuck!
Let's go.
I ain't going up there, dude. I'm from there. Let's put it this way. And the only reason I go there, I tell nobody I'm going there. And I go to my friend's house. I go to my other friend's house, and I get the fuck out.
Really?
Yeah, dude. My channel's changed.
No.
It's not the same, dude. I don't even like getting gas there.
Because you profiled out there or something?
Nah, dude. Just because it's not the fucking same. You see all these people, and they came up there, and they're like, oh yeah, and now you see people driving around with Mercedes and shit.
The
and
whole
like,
culture's
and you hear them on the fucking phone. They're like, "Oh no, I'm going to my spa right now. I'm gonna go check on the plants." I hear the shit in the gas station,
Oh, that's not good.
and I'm like, you know what, motherfuckers? Like, you know why Anza stayed so low key is because people shut the fuck up. Nobody fucking knew because nobody fucking talked.
Some squeakers out there.
Right now, everybody up there, they want to fucking open their mouths. And, oh yeah, you know, we blowing it up here in Anza, and then you post in pictures, right? I know that place like the back of my hand. I can tell you where your fucking land is.
Getting the spot hot.
I have actually done it. I've gone on there and been like, hey, your land's off this road and this road. They fucking took that whole post down.
How'd you know?
Oh,
I'm like,
shit.
because I grew up right there. I crashed my quad right in front of fucking that. You know what I mean? It's like,
Look on the wires. My shoes are still up there. Look at my fucking
So
shoes.
basically, they're like gentrifying in a sense, and it's
Yes.
like they're
and
changing the whole culture.
They're fucking on my town.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Like, man, when we went up there, the drug test was if you smoked weed. Do you smoke weed? Yeah, all right, you passed the drug test. You know, because, okay, so like my dad had a legit business too.
Yeah.
He made bird perches, and you're from up there. Okay, so you know that ribbon wood, it only grows in 2 places in the world, Australia and Anza.
Damn.
And so when you make bird perches out of it and stuff, like real nice, elaborate shit. And so, you know, I wasn't going to go out there and cut that shit down. My dad wasn't going to. We hired people to do that shit.
There you go.
And that was a drug test. You know, hey, y'all smoke weed? Yeah, cool. You can work for us then. You know, but that's how it went. And everybody kind of knew. Weed was currency
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
up there.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you didn't need to make a lot of money to survive in Anza, but you need to have a lot of weed.
Well, it's called compensation, man. It's Prop 215.
Yeah, you know, and so that's the thing. And now people don't see it. Now it's gone up there, and a lot, I hate to say it, but like a lot of shiesty motherfuckers have gone up there, and they're the people that have kind of shown it. Like, hey, this is what's up. You know, this is Anza. You know, we're up here in Anza, and now they got Anza OG.
Get the fuck out of here.
It's like motherfuckers,
Get
like,
the
I'm all
fuck outta
cool,
here. Wow.
but dude, like, y'all fucking my shit up.
They got the spot hot, man.
I thought that was weird. They got Paris OG, but Paris OG is pretty dope too. I mean, it's stank.
Yeah, and it's thinking. Don't get me wrong, Anza OG is good, but I mean, come, dude, let's face it. Anza done had its own OG for fucking years, for decades, and y'all motherfuckers just finally starting to call shit Anza OG. I'm sorry.
We got the Eastville OG now.
Yeah.
Really? You got
know what?
13
You know what?
motherfuckers in the whole town.
You know what Anza OG was back 10 years ago? It was called Red Shank weed.
Oh, real shit.
That's what we called it. It was called Red Shank weed. That's what Anza OG was. And now all of a sudden everybody's like, you know, putting up all these greenhouses and all this shit. And it's just, there's families up there, man.
Yeah.
You know, it's a small town still.
It is.
And,
You need
and
binoculars to see your neighbors. It's
you
like-
do most of the time, you know? And for people to come up there and kind of change it how they have it and perverse my culture and perverse my town and like, get the fuck out.
Yeah.
You know, like honestly, we were already doing it enough before you motherfuckers got there.
Damn.
You know, that's just how it is. Like, but
See?
Anza's my town. I grew up there.
Hey, Phoenix,
I love it.
Get him, pour some water on his neck right now.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
fucking
The
up.
fans can
Heat
see
it.
this shit right
I
now.
feel them, though.
But that's the
Yeah.
thing.
Go
man.
wet this towel for his
They
ass right
they
now.
done come up
Shit.
there and fuck my
Got
shit
him
up.
hot.
Fuck
man.
something up. Mike, what the hell happened here, man? Shit.
But you know, that's the bad part about this whole thing is that, you know, there's so many shiesty motherfuckers out there. And that's what I like about 64 is that a lot of the motherfuckers ain't gonna be around.
No, that gray area is going to go away, man.
Oh, yeah.
And that's something that we do in consultations, man, where we do consultations on.
So we got to hit a break here real quick on the Cannabis Council. Thank you for sticking with us this long. We will be right back. This break will not be as long as the last one. Stick with us. We'll be right here. We're going to drop some more knowledge on you. We're not done with this conversation yet.
Traffic, bitches automatic. Cross that line, fuck around and get your ass kicked. We roll.
Radio, Good Radio, and Chaotic Radio. In that order.
Can't live right when your mind's left. I'm in line to eat like hot chef. I switch flows like a time riff, and I'm going in like it's my shift. I'm a veteran, bitch. You ain't facing a rook. Fuck swag. I don't care about the way that I look. You know you're blinded by these educational crooks when the internet's the only way you put your fucking face in the book, bitch. I'm about to educate, real from the fake that I'm about to separate. Black shoes, white tee, I don't segregate. I wake up every morning like I'm about to celebrate, cause I'm rolling this ganja. I smoke with the partners. Said, man, fuck a sister, did you see your mama? She got me out here like, hello, Miss Parker, the Lord of my shepherd, he know what I want. I give her my number, she call on my phone, like, brr, brr, just leave me alone. I just want a pussy, bitch, you should've known. Bitch, you should've known, I'm not trying to be rude. Just listen to what I am saying to you. The rules about weed don't apply to the pussy. It ain't the good shit if it smell up the room like ew. Fuck that shit, if it's one thing I learned, man, it's fuck that bitch. Take a jealous boyfriend, he better not say shit or it's... Brush your teeth, cause your breath smell like an asshole. Keep on talking shit and this will get hairy like an afro. Or Rogaine, you got no game and I been hot. You a low flame, I blow up like propane, but won't crash land, no so plain like boom. I'm hot, you're not. Face the facts, piss me off and I say some shit that I sure as fuck ain't taking back. Like I murder motherfuckers like I'm Dr. Kevorkian. I float like a butterfly but sting like a scorpion. I float a motherfucker down like an accordion, little bitch. I'm the one, you ain't even a Morpheus. I'm ready to get it, already envision it. What I'm about to say with the pen and I never forget it. I murder every song that I'm in, bitch. You know that I killed it. I'm trying to make $1 million off music to change how I'm living. So what, you wanna be famous? Well then you gotta go hard. I've been in the studio all night, motherfucker, cause that's my job. And you know I kill it. So that's why y'all listen. And I'm a grown ass man, see I'ma do what I want, so why the fuck y'all tripping?
What's going on, everybody? I hope y'all like that. That's a little bit of the KYDD right there, the kid.
It was hard.
Yeah, dude, he's from Flint, Michigan, bro. That motherfucker is hard.
Shit, he went hard in the paint. God damn,
dude. Hey, dude, and that shit right there is from a couple of years ago, bro. He just redid on his Facebook. He just redid Goosebumps.
Damn.
Took the beat from Goosebumps and fucking tore it a new one.
He was boxing with that beat.
Dude,
right
then
there.
he took the beat from Kendrick Lamar's fucking Humble and fucked that whole shit up, dude.
Damn.
Dude, yeah, that guy's insane, bro. I can't wait till he gets on the West Coast because I want to get his ass on here.
Wow.
But like he does everything out there in Flint, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
he's like a little twister and shit, a little mini twister right there.
Bro, dude, he flows so he hits some on some of his bar challenges. He hits some twister beats, bro, and he's just as fucking fast.
Damn.
And you're just like, dude, what? This is a white dude with a beard.
Really?
He looked like a lumberjack and shit.
Yeah, man, he sounded like hip hop to me.
Yeah, dude. Hey, man,
without no color shit. I didn't need no color to hear that. I was like,
right.
Whatever he was doing, he was killing it.
That's what he said. He said, black shoes, white tee, I don't segregate. You know what I mean? Like, fuck, dude, it don't matter.
Yeah.
Like, he is the whitest looking fucking white boy, dude, but he comes so hard. It's like Eminem. Like, you just close your eyes, you don't care. It just doesn't matter what fucking color. He could be fucking purple, and you're just like, I don't give a fuck. This is awesome.
Yeah, people don't want none of Eminem either. He'll chop you down.
Exactly.
He'll buzz you down, boy.
And actually, those bar challenges were made in response to people chopping him down to talking shit. And he's like, all right, cool. Here, I'm just going to fucking tear you a new one.
Oh, yeah,
and then somebody else comes, I'm going to tear you a new one. He stopped doing them after like 7 because everybody stopped challenging his ass.
We're good. We're good. You got us.
Yeah, because he straight comes. He's like, you want to do another one? Come with me. Come talk shit. And then everybody's like, oh, fuck. What the fuck are we going to do?
I'm good.
Yeah, it's good to just hear people out there really still spitting, you know.
Man. Hey, so I got a question for you, man.
Yeah.
Hey, this is the Cannabis Council, man. What's your top strains, bro? What do you like, man?
Triple XOG.
Ooh, man.
Triple XOG is my favorite. A real abusive cut. Don't ever find him anymore.
I believe it.
But yeah, Triple XOG, a good abusive cut. Like just all day long.
Larry OG for me, man.
Larry OG is a good one. It's a
Larry
nice
OG.
Tahoe
That's
cut.
a nice Tahoe cut.
Yeah.
It's thick, rich. Piney.
Yeah, Larry's a good one. Larry is real nice and piney. That's how you
I
know.
like the nose to the very top, and then it grows out.
Yeah, it's got a little bit of Cinderella.
Yeah, the little blossoms at the top.
Yeah, when it comes out the crown
Yeah, I like that.
that it presents there. Yeah, that's a Cinderella 99 that it has those genomes. So if it crowns out, it's got some of the Cinderella in there. Like champagne. That's why champagne grows like it does.
Gotcha.
Because it's basically Cinderella 99 just kind of mixed through its
Knowledge right there, brother. That's knowledge right there.
Yeah, been here.
Spitting, damn, I gotta wipe my eyes. God damn.
Yeah, I've been around. I've studied breeding and like how to actually make a true F1 or S1 as we call it here in the States, and things like that. And so it kind of cracks me up when people are like, "Oh yeah, I've been breeding for about 6-7 years and I made myself an F1." No, you didn't. like how many times you breed it upon itself? The third time? Okay, how many times you breed upon itself the fourth time? Okay, let's see. Let's make sure.
Got you.
You know what I mean? Because people don't understand that, like, when you start out, there's so many different phenotypes. And then you have to pick the two plants that are the same type of phenotype and then cross those together. If you mix the phenotypes, then it's not going to work. And then you're left with way more phenomes, and then you're having to, categorize down again. And it's a big ass process. And for somebody to be like, oh, I started growing and I started, I've been doing it a while, If you've been growing for like 20 years and you start breeding, then you probably don't understand it.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's a hard process.
That's deep, man.
It's a real science,
It's a true science.
And again, this is the stuff that people don't talk about mainstream.
No.
Stoners and potheads in there. You don't hear the real science behind it and see knowledgeable people. So
yeah. And breeding is just quite it's fucking awesome. I mean, you can really do good or you can really do bad.
True. Yeah.
And the problem is that you don't know until it's done.
Until it's done. Or getting close to it, you're like, you know what, I kind of fucked it up.
Yeah.
I went too high at the beginning or put too much, load in the front.
Yeah, you can there's all kinds of, just weird stuff you can do. Like I said, if you cross the phenome types and, you accidentally do a bad one, because when you first begin, you got 32.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then you're trying to cut it down to 16 on the next batch. But then that, like I said, that 16 has to be bred within itself a couple of times and even pull that phenome type out of it. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's all these different processes, so many different crops, and yeah, it's just a bitch.
A lot of learning.
It's a lot of learning. It's a big learning curve, and a lot of people did it wrong. And, then we had all these different strains out there, and it's like, oh, we got this strain, and people are making strains and naming it their own shit. And you can tell, like, well, one, when you smoke them, if they're white ash or black ash, you can tell how they were grown.
How they flushed
and then you
shit.
can also tell, like, from the taste of how stable they were. You know what I mean? Like, if it looks amazing and it just looks amazing and it grinds up and it's so sticky, but then you taste it and it just tastes like royal shit.
Yeah, because the taste couldn't go away. You know that.
Right.
You don't have a true.
Right, but it tastes like shit, but then it's white ash, so you know it was flushed properly, but it tastes like shit because the strain itself wasn't stable enough, wasn't good. It didn't have the right phenomes, didn't have the right genetics in that strain for it to, had the right genetics to make it look good.
Yeah. Had
the right genetics to make it smell good.
True.
But not the ones that, all around, thing. So.
There was a Cannabis Cup several weeks ago up north, in Northern California, and they had contracted me to do transportation, because I do other things too. So I did transportation to bring product from, up there to another laboratory down here to get tested. Now, the product that came from up north, though, man, because, these are all contestants, the Cannabis Cup contestants, they pay a lot of money to put their bags in, it's like $1,000, man, to enter that show.
Yeah, it's expensive.
That's expensive. Just to say that, you were...
$1,000 plus all your product you have to put in.
Yeah, and so I'm bringing this beautiful product back down from up north. Man, incredible plants up there, man. And so I was able to sample a couple, after everything was tested, positive, so I was able to sample some. But man, they had some things where you can taste the product all the way through the actual blunt or the joint. You can just taste it all the way through. Incredible products, man.
It's amazing.
Yeah, you really can't.
I know what you're doing.
Oh yeah, sorry.
I know what you're doing.
Yeah, I decided to inform them on what happens on my cell phone during my shows, and I don't tell anybody what happens on my cell phone during my show. Yeah, now they're all jealous.
Top secret, man.
Yeah, I love my cell phone.
I love your cell phone, man.
Anytime I see
great slappers on there. I love the slappers on there, man.
Oh, anytime there's a picture message, I'm always happy. I was like, yeah, this will be good.
That's good.
Who's this from? That's gonna be a good one.
It's my buddy Jerry. It's my buddy Jerry, man. He sent me a picture. He's at the Dodger game.
Yeah, sure.
Jerry better not send me no picture for the Dodger game. That's the waste of a picture. You see the little icon pop up, you get all excited. Yeah, Jerry, what the hell?
Dude, you sent me your Dodger dog.
Yeah, I don't want to see that. Yeah. All right, I got something to say. We talked about mushrooms earlier, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And so we got another co-host, Brian. He's a Spark Interest Photography.
Yes, sir.
And so he'll be on here on Friday. And he says he has a great mushroom story for Friday. And let me tell you what, every time this motherfucker's ever told me a story about him doing some hallucinogens, it's fucking great. Like, it is honestly awesome. We were at
tune in for that one, man.
Yeah, we were at a art show on Friday, and his tattoo artist was there. And this guy does some amazing, crazy work. If you follow my Snapchat, you got to behind the scenes look at it's a private art show that we got to go to.
Oh, beautiful.
And guy does amazing work, right? But he's a tattoo artist. He's a painter. And so we're sitting there and we're talking. He's like, yeah, man, I've had some crazy times with this guy. And he points to my buddy Brian. He's like, man, that one time I tattooed him on acid. And Brian goes, yeah. And he fucking pulls his shirt up and he's got this big old, he's like, yeah, this one right here.
What is it?
Oh, it's this badass, so I can't.
So it still looks good, though.
Oh, it looks fucking amazing.
Okay. That's all that matters.
It looks like he did it on acid. Let me put it that way.
They just told him to lay down, stay still, stay still.
Yeah, he was like, man, he goes, I was so fucked up when I did that tattoo.
Wow.
But
Yo,
it
that's
looks
trust.
But not only that,
trust,
but
man.
it looks amazing. Like you can tell, he was seeing some visual shit when he was in there doing it, because the guy does 3D art dimension.
The tattoo artist was on the acid.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Shit.
That's trust. To trust the dude to tattoo you permanently while
Yeah.
on acid.
Both of them
Bro,
were.
you better get this right. You
either-
gotta be on acid to
It was either acid or mushrooms. But yeah, they were on some sort of
That's
hallucinogen.
crazy. I thought it was a dude laying down. That's why
No, he was too.
Just lay down and
with
shut
the
up. Oh,
pins.
That's what I'm saying. It was a crazy night.
Yeah, I want to see this tattoo.
I gotta check that shit out, man.
It's a dope ass tattoo.
Yeah, he needs
But
to show
then it
that
looks
shit when
like
he gets here on Friday.
it ends up looking real good. I'm like, yo, I need
Dude,
to holler at your
yeah.
acid
He's like, how
tattoo.
many-
Oh no,
Every
dude!
time you need-
Honestly, after I saw the tattoo, and then the tattoo artist's wife was there. And
Yeah.
of course, her whole fucking arm is just it's seriously, if she covers it up, it just looks like her arm just is artwork just popping out of her fucking arm. It's
3D.
great. Yeah,
I
it's-
might need that 3D acid special.
yeah, it's really good.
said,
No,
how many tabs you
he's
take?
cleaned up. He's cleaned up since then. That was back in the day, when
Yeah,
they were
respect.
partying. But he's got kids and he does.
Beautiful.
He's a lot smarter now.
Yeah.
But we all did our fun back in the
We all
day.
had one time of fun. That's all you need.
Well, I had more than one.
Okay.
I was about to say, just one is all you need.
Hey,
I mean,
man.
I had a few.
My kids.
Yeah.
kids better
I'm like, hey,
understand.
go to bed.
Yeah, my kids, my kids, unfortunately, last week they moved to Arizona, but I never really hid, I never told my son or my daughter necessarily what I did, but I never hid it, like, Dad, what do you do for a living? It's all you understand when you get older.
Yeah.
What Dad does, you're just not old enough to recognize it yet.
I tell my son that a lot. And when you're 12, son, we'll talk.
Well, see, when my son was really growing up and when I was still with his mom, I was a glass blower and I worked for a bong company.
Oh, okay.
And so, can you imagine
What do you do?
the awesome collection of glass I had?
Oh, I know.
You know what I mean? So I had really nice stuff, and and he would see them getting cleaned and things like that. You know what I mean? So he's not stupid by any means. He knows what a bong is. He knows what marijuana is, and all that kind of BS. And so, in a way, I think that's good because it's not going to be culture shock.
Right. True. It takes the stigma away a bit.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Hey, this isn't bad, but it's not good for you at your age.
Right. Like alcohol. I mean, the same thing.
Well, I have children too, man. So
you
I
feel it.
I have 4 boys. So, right when I got in, it's like, okay, well, what do you tell your kids? You're right about that. How do you
how do you present
cross
this?
that over? Because I came from the retail. I came from Verizon Wireless. So after I started working there, I got into this business. But you just say, how do you translate that to your kids? Well, I have an older son. He's 16 years old. So
Okay.
I had to have a little talk with him and say, I'm doing this for the betterment of society, not
Right,
just
right,
dad's not
right.
out there just pushing anything. I'm actually helping people's lives, helping extend their lives a little bit
Right.
by relieving some pain, and this is what they utilize. And so I had to break down the history of it, break down how long cannabis has been around the world, dating back to China 10,000 years ago, and how the emperors out there had utilized it for medicinal purposes, and not only until just about 135 years ago, where it became banned from the pharmacopoeia in the United States. So, it's imperative that your kids know the history behind what you're doing versus
Right.
just saying, "Oh, daddy's out there pushing packs," or "Daddy's out there."
You have to teach them the context behind
teach
it,
them the context,
and give them a little bit of alternative history, because again, a lot of what we get is propaganda.
Yeah.
And
Reefer Madness again, like you said.
exactly, 1938 or 39. So, since then, it's like our grandparents, great grandparents generation. Everyone's had this beat into them. But I tell you one thing, I don't feel too bad when having to explain things to people, because again, people don't feel bad doing shots or taking a drink in front of their kid. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That shit will kill you.
That shit'll kill you.
I mean,
Okay, hold on one second. Not to pause it, but here's the tattoo.
Oh, I thought it was a girl. Oh, that is, damn, that is.
On her booty?
No,
That is fly, though. Look at that.
that's the tattoo.
He has the
He's
circle
listening
of
right
life.
now.
This is like the butterfly of life. It's the conscious.
Yeah, there's something like that. I didn't know exactly what to say.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's listening right now. He actually sent me things that check your IG. So that's why he sent that through.
This is deep shit right here.
Yeah.
This is like like the little he was on some shit. So
Well, let me put it this way. You see how the artwork and how it is?
Yeah.
That's a smidgen of how awesome. Like, that's awesome, right?
Yeah.
And that's an awesome level 3. And some of his paintings are awesome level 10s.
Yeah,
wow, but look
I
at
would
the,
like
look
to
at
see
the
his
highlighting
stuff.
though. Like you can tell,
Right, the shading and
Yeah, the
everything.
shading, the whites that are in there with the
Yeah.
dark blues.
I mean, it looks like 3D.
Yo,
it
man.
almost looks like
Hey,
it's
he should have
moving.
put some pasties on though. The nipples though. He should have put some. Next time you send that, Mike, you better have some fucking duct tape on them nipples, man.
A replica
Suck
on
your
a
nipples, man.
woman,
Come on.
please.
Yeah, exactly.
Brian, I would really honestly love the picture with your pasties on your nipples.
There you go.
Please send that
Send
to me.
that shit, man.
I'm just fucking with you.
It's all good, man.
I'll
It's all
really,
love, man.
I'll really will look at it.
But that's what you said about this radio show, man. It's
yeah,
fucking
it's fucked up.
uncensored. Yeah, it's fucking-
But the
He said
artist
fuck
name
that.
is Mike Cole.
Mike
Cole.
Cole.
Mike Cole.
Hey, much
Okay.
love. That's
Yeah.
that's a bomb
I'm gonna look him
circle.
up.
I think it's a butterfly of life, if I'm not mistaken, man.
Brian, if you're still listening, chime in with what the name of it is, please. I bet he's still on. But yeah, I mean, dude, the artwork was absolutely amazing. It was a show with a guy named Banjo. He's a very well-known, very, very high-end glass blower. Makes I mean, one of the pieces there was $100,000. One of the other pieces there was $200,000. You're looking
Art,
at
baby.
$50,000. Like I think
It's art.
it's art.
That's true.
See what I'm
That's
saying?
true.
Yeah,
That's
this
true.
is
It is
art.
creative
Yes, yes, it is a bong.
But you probably
it's
would never
art.
use that.
No,
shit.
no, hell yeah, fuck yeah! If I fucking bought a piece for $100,000,
Functional
you
art.
fucking God better
That
believe
self-lighting. You know what I'm saying?
they have those.
Okay.
My buddy Hitman and Hitman Dougie, they got the hit. They
What?
got the fucking torch tubes.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so
Hitman.
they already got theirs. Shout out
yeah?
Dougie.
I didn't know that. Okay, what's up,
Hitman?
Doug?
If you listening, they need one on the show to promote, man. Come on.
I'm working on that. Trust me. I know
real.
Hitman Dougie real nice. No, the thing about that is that I would ask for things like that from someone else, but Dougie already gives me so much that I would never ask him for any more than he
art.
already gives me.
He's a good dude.
Yeah,
Compensation.
he already gives me so like I get to go to his the parties at his coffee shop. I get to go and do things like that, and that's it's just
Good
an awesome
perks.
thing.
Nice perks.
Yeah,
Next
nice
time
perks
you're in
and so-
LA, Hitman
Yeah.
Coffee. Check it out.
Coffee.
It's dope.
Hitman Coffee.
Yeah,
Is
get
there
a
location?
membership.
Is there-
Hitman Coffee Shop, yeah. Hold on, let me see. I got the exact location
That'd
right
be
here.
dope.
But yeah, Hitman Coffee Shop, bro. It's pretty much it's
Like,
awesome. But
You can smoke in there?
Yeah.
in there, yeah,
And they
Get
have
the hell out
nice
here.
events, man. Private events.
Hitman Coffee
Coffee
Shop.
shop.
yes,
Bruh.
at 659 South La Brea in Los Angeles, California.
Hitman Coffee Shop.
Right on the corner
Yep.
of La Brea and
And you
Wilshire.
can burn.
Yeah.
Yes.
We there.
And not just burn, network though. You see
I
what
know.
I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. Like a place like that is a great place.
Yeah.
Because you have a lot of like-minded individuals, and they're all
It's private membership only. You see what I'm
membership
saying?
only.
So
okay.
Yeah.
Is it like $1 million?
no,
No. It's $20 a day, $400 a month, or $4,000 a year.
Hey, they got the numbers right. There's the 4 and the 20s in there.
Yeah,
I guess.
but and honestly, it's really worth it because if you think about it, it's $400 a month, and you have Wi-Fi, you have a space you can go there and work, you can dab all at the same time, and an office is going to cost you way more than that.
Yep. Plus, it's comparable with other, private clubs in the LA area.
I'm listening because this shit is fucking deep, man.
And then for $4,000 a year, I mean, how much you pay for an office space?
Right.
$1,200
For
a
sure.
month,
Oh, for sure, easily.
right? And it's $4,000 a year, and you can be able to go there for 12 months and use it as an office space. You get to dab, and plus, there's all kinds of perks that come with it. You know what I mean?
Oh, I know, the
Like
private
there's
events.
parties
Yeah.
that you can go to. Not only that, but there's people there that should just show up. Like you said, the networking. But okay, that's I'll be real honest with you. Every time I'm there, I take dabs, right? And I
Oh,
end up
for
smoking
sure.
it. But I only take like a gram because everybody else is there like, hey, try this. Hey, try this. Hey,
It's
try
just
this.
all
hey,
love.
try
I
this.
met him there. That's where we
Yeah.
met.
What?
It's all
Yeah.
love, man.
Wow.
It's all dude. It's one of the best places for the cannabis industry that was created, and I really want them to make more of them. We need
We need more of those.
a
Hitman
lot of
Coffee
them.
Shop.
Yeah, we
Hitman
need a
Coffee
lot of
Shop.
them. To be quite honest with you,
Private membership only.
Yep,
I love that.
or
Start
fam.
franchising.
Or fam.
Or
well,
fam.
no, I'm just thinking, hey, you got to think outside the box.
No, and it's all open for that, man. If you know an investor wants to open up one of those coffee shops, have them hit up Dougie. They're all about it. They want to open up more. They want to do that type of thing.
Me and
You know what
David
I
need
mean?
to talk. Hopefully he's listening, man.
Yeah, he's not listening to
Don't worry.
that.
No,
But
it's all good. But hey, he'll rewind this shit.
he's
All right, next one. You're in LA.
they don't even have rewind buttons no more,
Introduce
do
you.
they?
No, we do. We got the YouTube, man,
Okay,
so you can
gotcha,
rewatch
gotcha,
all the
gotcha.
time. But no, it's pretty much one of the best places I think for networking and for doing anything
that's
of
powerful
that
right
sort.
there, bro.
You know what I mean? But we're getting towards the end here. See, like I told you, man, 2 hours flies.
2 hours flies, man.
All of a
Shit.
sudden, you know, everybody always tells me to come on. They're like, man, are we gonna be able to fill the content? I'm like, we ain't gonna have enough time.
Yeah,
We're gonna be having to shut the fuck up and get off
No,
there.
because there's a lot more things that we can go into.
Oh, there's so much more. You know what I mean? That's why I try to hit on the basis points. That's why in the beginning I wanted to talk about the company, the products you provide, and after that we kind of go into cannabis and
Let's go.
and just talk about the the ins and outs and see where the conversation takes us. Because
Dude, you blew my mind with a couple of things today, man. I appreciate you, man.
well, I appreciate you coming in. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate your presence here on my show.
Mind blowing. The ambiance, man. The setup here is terrific, man. I hope you guys the best of success here, man.
Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, we're definitely going
I
nowhere.
can't wait
but,
to smoke something when I get outside.
Oh yeah, oh
with
yeah,
you,
we
my man.
smoking.
I'm with you.
Oh yes, we smoking right now. Oh,
Is it 5:20 something?
it is 5:55.
I hope,
And it is time for us to get off the air. Thank you, everyone, so much for being with us. You guys, what do you guys want to say?
hey, man. I hope, first of all, as a guest, man, my mind is blown. The top of my head is off. I appreciate these guys. Shay and Phoenix did a wonderful job on the show, and I hope everybody gets a chance to do the show. It's dope.
No doubt. Now, just real quick, man. Thanks, Todd, for coming through. You know, your products were really good, man. You know, and I mean that genuinely. Haven't tried something similar. So, you know, again, very informative.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, man.
Dope.
Good having
Well,
you here.
this is the Cannabis Council. We're always here to inform and try to give you guys the best counsel we can, and you know, give you guys advice and educate as much as possible. You know, I try to give you all the advice I can. If there's anything you would like to know, whatever, hit me up on Instagram, YouTube, you know, all the social media platforms. We're on all of them. Look us up, hit us up, and I'd be happy to answer any questions. We do have to sign off here on Kaotic Radio. Thank you, everyone, for being with us. I love each and every one of you. And the haters, I love you even fucking more. Thank you. Have a good day.